Hey, we continue, and it's Hashem. Likutey Moharan II, the second Chelek, Torah Aleph. We're holding by Torah Aleph. So we said that when a person is Zercha 2, he acquires the union of Tefillah. He can be healed in anything. His food and water and everything else. So we have said a little, Baruch Hashem, repeated the whole thing, how it goes, that to identify the fake manhigim should not, person should not connect to. You have to have Yira Shlema. Then the Rebbe gave an Eitzah, what happens, with the three traits that damage the Yira, which is the lust for food, the lust for money, and the lust for rights. Amen. And then it says that person is either Shlemo, puts in another caution sign. When somebody's a Yira Shlemo, he should stay away from being appointment, being appointed position of authority. And then it says that when a person is Yira Shlemo, that begets a malach that is mashpia nevuah. The malach in every place, we said that a malach is a creature, like a person is a creature. And now what creature, I mean creation, has a body and a spirit. But the body and the spirit and the malach are obviously different than the body and the spirit and the person. Especially, for instance, in the angels and malachim of this world. So in every place, the neshama of the malach is the name of Hashem in him, like Michael. So the mem chet the mem chaf are the body of the malach, and the aleph lamed is the soul, the neshama of the malach.
No, it's Tinyana Aleph.
Tinyana Aleph?
Yeah.
Tinyana Aleph Shidal.
How many times Hiro? Hiro?
And it says that when a person is, this, so Malach Michal, especially in the body of the Malachim, the Neshama is always the name of Hashem in it, but the body of the Malach, the Malachim is our principles. Ruach Sa'ara Oisek Vorei. So Sa'ara is a storm wind. So Samachay, which is the first and the last letters in the word Sa'ara, is Gematria Samachay, right? Hashem Abnus. In the inside letters, which means Ra, bed. Oh. So when that is the body, that is the Gashmius, that's the Kalim of that particular principle. It's a malach. So what happens is that when there is anger in the world, So the name of Hashem, which is Samachay, connects with the Resh Ayin, with the Ra. And the result is the natural phenomena of storming. And that's the way it always is. So the Malach that is created by the Yira is a Malach that creates a quote unquote a Sa'ara, a storm wind, but instead of creating a storm wind, it creates permeation of the Ruach Nevuah. The Ruach Nevuah that causes the Ruach Nevuah enables people to connect with the Kodesh Baruch Hu, like you see a Kodesh Baruch Hu with your own eyes. That automatically results in the Kodesh of the Tefillah, because the reason why people don't daven, I'm talking about Bechlal, but specifically, is because they don't believe that, that Tefillah works. Now, there are many different levels to not believing that the Tefillah works. I mean, they say in Hebrew, Begadol, in English, in principle, they believe the Tefillah works. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty, okay, go ahead, the pedal hits the metal, and why am I not davening? Because there's no nevuah means that you see it with your own eyes. You see what you believe. That's a bechina of nevuah. So when the mouth permeates the world with ruach nevuah, then the tefillah, has a renaissance, and when that happens, the person doesn't need medicine anymore. He can get healed, become healthy with everything that he eats and drinks. It says as follows. Siman Yudal. You should know. There is the difference between the illnesses. There's an illness, infectious illnesses, whatever it is. It's immediately when the person is infected, he becomes sick. There's another one that is incubating the person, for some time, sometimes right from birth. It says, Kiyesh Cholaz, and Rabbeinu speaks about this kind of illness. Kiyesh Cholaz, there is an illness. So B'chinas Tzumeach is an aspect of the B'china of plant. In other words, it grows. Which is Zorkim Gorim Ba'aretz when you sow your plant, a seed in the ground. And then it becomes it breaks apart. And what it exudes these kind of oils. That brings about tributaries and these are added to these, and until it becomes a root. From that, these roots, grow other roots like branches. From these branches, more branches, until the fruit actually grows. The same way there is an illness that grows within a person only. It grows with kamashon. Nobody knows that it is there until it finally breaks out. Yes, there's another kind of illness which is similar. This is illnesses the person inherits, as it were, from his father and mother.
Genetic, call it
Yeah,
genetic.
yeah. The non is galei as a kusa, and it does not show its ugly head until a person is big, is great, or is old. And these two kinds of illnesses, the time that the illness grows, incubates. Then the illness is hidden and unknown by anyone. Nobody knows it's there. There are aches and pains that are born in a person in the time when the illness grows. And this is, these are signs that the illness is incubating. Even though the person himself who is sick does not know what the symptoms mean, what they indicate. And by Anush, they say that this particular portion of the Torah that we read, the Rebbeinu speaks about the famous illness, and so the Likutey Moharan and Chelik Beis and Aleph with the Maisa, Likutey Moharan, the people learning the Torah and davening, learn the Maisa. There were quite a few Yeshuas, for that particular Machal Aleinu. And also in the kind of remedies, there are also different remedies that a person can be. Sometimes a person can be healed by one specific plant. A person eats it by itself. It can be a refuah in and by itself. Then there is a sickness which is greater than that. So therefore, so Volkovim, you need a compound of a few medicinal plants together. Sometimes you need something, very rare ingredients. And this is it. And there are illnesses that there's no antidote for it. There's no cure. No cure. Because the power of the illness is greater than the power of the medicine. In the beginning stages, in the dormant stages of the illness, before it grew and was revealed, it could be easily be cured, because then the illness was still weak. But it was hidden and unknown by anyone. The only one who knows about that particular is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The way, of course, today's shir, tonight's shir, is dedicated, for Shlomo, friend Moshe ben Chaya, the friends and our friends, the Bavum. At Hashem, all the imo we mizrach to be machnisim the brisa shel Avram Avinu beito bezmano mizrach to megado Torah chuk mas tovim mizrach Hashem. When a person is Holchan Var Hashem, he is all the way in the beginning of the process. Chinas tefillah. Now the person already fixed and eradicated these three meters. The three avodas that the 3 meters that waste the euro. And in other words, there's Tavis moment, Tavis Achila, and Tavis Nosha. Then you can daven properly. Then you get the food from all the things in the world. Even from bread and water. You can be healed with anything. In the Mishnah, it says that B'chol Misrapim, a person may heal himself in everything in the world except, the 3 Averis, which is Yarik, Bal Yavar, Shmich Stomim, Zara, and Rayas. So we said these three Averis, the 3 Avodas that kill the tefillah. So this is B'chol Misrapim. Once you have the tefillah, you can be healed from anything. As long as you don't have these 3 avodas, 3 averos, because they eradicate the tefillah, they kill the tefillah. Then a person is able to be healed, even water, bread. In the time when the illness is in the stage of incubation. It's hidden. Any living being, you don't need any refus, because the refus is just through bread and water. You have refus already, you are consuming refus all the time. They also, still the illness is still not revealed. Even without meaning to have any kavanah for refuah. In other words, these are the great advantages being healed with bread and water, besides the fact that it's a lot cheaper, right? Yes, first of all, it's right then and there. You don't have to bring it from afar. You don't need to be, the doctor and the pharmacologist, put them all together. And a person doesn't get to a state where the koyach of the machla, the illness, is greater than the koyach of the medicine. And more than that, a person will be healed from the machla without having to suffer, from the symptoms of the machla. Any illness that I put on Mitzrayim, I'm not going to put upon you. I'm Hashem, your healer. You should call on Mepharshim. Everybody, all the Mepharshim said, "Lo yasim atzar b'refuah." But Baruch Hu is not going to inflict an illness. What does it need for? There's no need for healing. But according to what we said now, it's very understandable. Kol ha'machla that I put on Mitzrayim, I won't put upon you. In other words, I won't bring you into a machla at all. Which Baruch Hu will heal you before the illness actually grows. And, it will nip it in the bud, as they say. Because Ani Hashem, you're holding by Dvar Hashem. You're holding the very, very beginning. You're holding the root of all healing, of all medicine with your mouth. And Ani Hashem, in other words, when the machla is growing, nobody knows about it except Ani Hashem. Only Kodesh Baruch Hu knows. Then I will heal you of the Pchinas Dvar Hashem. I will heal you through the Dvar Hashem. Pchinas Tefillah. A person will become ill altogether. Because it will be healed before it grows. All this depends on the rectification of the tefillah. The tikkun of tefillah is when you exit the 3 avodas, the contempt for other people, Because you figure that you're a better mensch, you're above them, you're better than them. That's one thing that the person needs to eradicate completely. Second one is about the Zohar, which is the diminishing of Emunah and kind of this principle of the Zohar. And of course the Arayas, the problem with Kedusha. Now, it's possible that we're sitting and learning this and we're like wagging through this, right? This is like, where am I getting? Where's this going? There's no excitement. Okay, besides that's a word. Let's look at this, leads to this. But what we need to keep in mind is that the Torah that we're learning is alive. And the Likutey explains that when Rabbeinu said the Torah, the tikkunim of the Torah were affected with an A. And when you learn it, the tikkunim are also put into effect. Which means that by us learning this and putting our attention into this, it is working for us now. Well, very good. The illnesses that we are talking about is not, of course, we're talking about physical ailments. And everybody, I think it was a boxer, famous boxer. They asked him, that your opponent have a plan to beat you. So everybody has a plan until they smack in the mouth. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a plan until you.
What do you mean? You said that about the other guy.
Yeah. So the other guy has a plan. He says everybody has a plan until you beat him in the mouth.
What?
Until you smack him in the mouth, then all the plans go out the window.
Still the plan, why not?
I can understand it, but what they mean is like you have a plan. Maybe you have to worry about it, whatever it is. Everybody has a plan until he's smacked in the mouth. What I'm trying to bring out here is everybody talks with great bravado until Law Lady is smacked in the mouth. He's not afraid of this, not afraid of that, and whatever it is. I remember many years ago, young, Baal Tshuva, whatever it is, I'm not afraid of dying. From Baal Tshuva, brand new, young.
No fear.
Yeah. Katana, yeah. Flip my gums. And
You're not afraid of what?
no, it doesn't matter. I thought that I was like, but no problem, whatever it is. Then I had an episode when I fell in Uman and I banged my chest and whatever it is. And I went through a procedure that was very painful. Put a needle in and take out whatever it is, the chest. And I really got scared. I really got scared. Everybody has a plan until you smack them. So I remember I spoke to Tzuk about it, and I told him I was shocked. I told him I'm a total liar. I thought that I was kulo sheker. So I said, not 100% sheker. A lot of, there's a lot of demyonis there, but there's the truth in there. But when we are learning these things, the Rebbe is healing us now. Because Baruch Hu is now healing us from within. That's what it means. Where Rabbeinu says you can lean on my great koyach, my great strength. We're still suffering from the three midos. Tavas achila, tavas moment, tavas. We're still suffering from the three avodas, looking down upon people, having lack of emunah, having all kinds of fantasies in the head, which are immoral. We're still there.
After your buzz, like what I'm looking down on people.
Yeah. It's really looking at other people in contempt. You don't necessarily have to actually treat them contemptuously, but even in your mind.
Yeah.
Come on. Chas v'chalila, every year there's a neshama, but between me, come on. So what can I do? I suffer from Taivas Achila, I suffer from Taivas Moment, I suffer from Taivas Notion. I'm contemptuous, even in my own mind, of other people, which is still, please, no. Eat. Anyhow. And as far as feel is concerned, the less talked about it, the better. And the thoughts in the mind, it's one of the things that people don't understand. There's one taiva, there's a specialty for every taiva. Taivas moment in certain ways is worse than taivas achila, taivas nosen. Because taivas achila, if you're not hungry, you're full. What are you going to eat? It's real delicious. No, can't eat anything. Wait a while. Taivas nosen is also like that. Okay, it's a more prevalent, taiva. It's, but still, there's certain taiva. Okay, it's not when a person's not well, the taiva doesn't bother a person. But taivas moment is always day, night, sleeping, awake, all the time. So what are we gonna do? Yeah. So what are we gonna do? So one of the you tell people, I'm telling you, anyone on this table is never going to win the lottery. Ever. The reaction is, please don't say that. Please don't say that. You never know. Hey, that was right. Hey, you never know, right? That was the slogan. Hey, you never know. None of us is going to win the lottery. I think the dish is so strong. Even though I said it, somebody has to win it. Well, might as well be me now. Somebody has to win it. It's like nobody wins. And when it comes to, the Rebbe says about Taivas Noshim, the Rebbe says, nobody wants to be caught. Open-handed with, in a messy situation. Just think about it. Imagine, okay, suddenly there's a TV camera. They got the whole thing on. Right?
They broadcast for everyone to see.
For everybody to see. Even by the goyim, when people follow that, Even but the goyim that are totally open, but they do everything and they show everything and whatever. When somebody gets caught on that, the career is over. You notice that?
Yeah.
The career is over.
Even though it's outside working hours.
It's, the career is over.
Unless you're president.
Okay, but say, what if it's, but the thing is that people can be at any age. You can be 100 years old, and you can still have these fantasies in your head. It's like a dog chasing cars. Okay, he's going to catch the car. What are you going to do with it? It's a still shaking. Yeah, but it's like the smachla that grows inside. It's I'm not hurting anybody. So the question, okay, I'm afflicted with all these things. How can it be zoicha? How can I be zoicha to the refuahs that the Rebbe speaks here? The answer is I learn Likutey Moharan, like we're doing now, and I'm leaning because now when we're learning it, the tikkun is being affected now as we are learning it, and it heals us. The koyach of the Rebbe. That means you're leaning on the Rebbe's koyach. And achinami, you know that the more we work on it, the more we do. We need to do our share at working against these types, and and we said the thing is that on most cases, the most that is expected of you is basically to push the thoughts away. That's it. I mean, once a person has a certain fantasy in his head, it could be money, it could be women, it could be anything. It's almost like being caught in the gravitational pull of the sun. You're being pulled like, oh man, I want to think that. I want to look at this. Wherever it is that you catch yourself, stop. Just stop. Yeah, man. Stop. But that's not fixing anything. Just stop. Hold. What will be, how will be, but it'll come again. It's like you have to understand that the main deluge of the Yetzer Hara that Yetzer Hara wants to bring down on a person is, come on, who are you kidding? You know you, now know you. All right, come on. We know we're going to think about it. You're going to think about it again. You're going to fantasize about it again. You're going to look again. You're going to be more. Says, okay, right now, okay, I'm hitting pause because she was not looking.
Yeah.
It's like, but that prevalence, that kind of defeatist point of view, then what are you fighting for? Come on. This is the biggest Yetzer Hara. It's called use. It's called despair. Okay, so I'm desperate. Nobody say I'm despaired. What can I do? No, the answer is that like you're asking, what is the difference between Yerida, when he's going down, which is a temporary step, and the Fila, like the difference is on how you look at it. If you believe the Yetzer Hara, that listen, why fight City Hall? You have no chance of winning anything else. So I might as well just no. That's called Nefila. The same kind of downward spiral. If you're saying, no, I'm going to stop whenever I can stop, it's called Yerida L'Tzorech Chavim. The same kind of nosedive. into Taivas, into Machshavas, into whatever. Stop when you can and say, you know something? Same thing with, the certain avoidance that people don't even start. The Rebbe speaks about Taivas moment. Yeah, Taivas Achila. I mean, what's the big deal? So I watch some videos of chefs making on Masters of Australia. I don't know, whatever. It's like, I'm not eating it, am I? The Rebbe says that avoiding Taivas Achila means you eat what's in front of you, not what's in the back of you. What does it mean? That's your food. This is what you eat. What's back of you is no. How about you make sushi? How about bring a good steak? It's like that to me calls eating what's in back of you. Eating what's in front of you. Something. How many people are actually? I'm talking about myself. I actually awake and cognizant of the idea that there is such a thing of fighting Taivas Achila. Looking at me, you wouldn't guess that I'm working on it, do you?
I find that one of the challenges, simchas, just all the cakes, cookies, and sweets, like just shefa,
Who am I hurting, right?
One or two, okay, but then it's like three, just another.
Yeah, because I didn't taste this one, right?
I did.
The one with the jam and all.
Right.
Listen, it's not like I'm aware of this, but it's Baltashkas, right? It's like
Women's side always has been pretty fancier stuff.
The women's side.
so that's what I'm saying is that the very same way that there is working against Taivas Noshim in Hirurim. I mean, you cannot fool yourself with the Hirurim. You know exactly what you're thinking about. You know exactly what you're looking at. You know exactly what each person knows exactly where he is and what he is, as far as this goes. Taivas Achila, it is so prevalent, it's so part of my life that I'll get to it eventually. Then you have promised yourself to get to Taivas Achila sometime down the line. Down the line sometime, when the weather is right and the mood is right.
Conditions are perfect.
Yeah, conditions are perfect. Then Do you know what kind of pleasure Kadosh Baruch Hu has when you, or me, or any one of us say, something? I want to start working at Taivas Achila. I promise you that you're going to fail 999 of it, 9,099,999 out of 1,000,000, you're going to fail. But the fact that there is something there that you're saying, something, I would like to, I want to, is so precious. That's avodas Hashem. It's avodas you, because you're leaning on the Rebbe's koyach. Like we were speaking here last week, and we said that Likutey Moharan 2 weeks ago. Likutey Moharan, when you learn Likutey Moharan, it Rabbeinu enters into you. He asked, "What does it mean?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know what it means. I just don't know it's true. I just know that it is true. But what is it? How does it work? Whatever. What's the mechanism? I have no idea. But I know for sure it's true because I've seen it. The same thing here. If the Rebbe says you're supposed to get out of Taivas moment, Taivas Achil, Taivas Noshim, it means that you can. And the Sichas Haran, which Rabbeinu says that people are jostled and shaken by the fact that suddenly they get into periods where there's a deluge of licentious thoughts in the heads of like, man,
Where'd that come?
yeah, I mean, what's going on here? Rebbe says, don't worry about it. It's supposed to, the only thing you're supposed to do is just fight it. It counts for you to give tikkun to that. Because that's a horror that comes and says, look, this is who you are. This is who you are. This is who you really are. That's his avodah. To defeat you before you even started to fight. The truth is that wanting to fight Taivas Lamed, Taivas Achudah, Taivas Nasa. Then you have the three midos, which Rabbeinu says, this is umbadint, yari b'aliyah, there's no fooling around. You know, being contemptuous to other people, avodah zarah, and gilui arayos, actively, in other words, no, you're supposed to stop it right then and there. There's no time for leniency. No. But the other midas, I mean, it's a work. Taivas moment, Taivas nashim, Taivas achila, it's work. It means that if you apply yourself, you want to apply yourself, you're Obed Hashem. You're leaning on the Rebbe's koach. A very amazing period. Shoivavim. And we're passing through this world now. You know, somebody once said, you know, life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. We are now in the middle of the journey. That's Hashem. That's what we need to do. That's what we're doing. And it's in our minds, every single thought, every single deed, every single word that we learn. All these times that are auspicious for Avodas HaKodesh is now time of Shovavim, which means any application that I apply myself, especially tonight with the air of bris of your grandson, which is a very auspicious time for working with Kedusha.
As Rabbi Nachman say about the bris, bris milah.
Tikkun bris, no?
Yeah, it's the so that it's when there is it is by the bris that the baby gets tzelem Elokim. Till then, he doesn't have it. The countenance of Hashem is on the baby right after the bris. This is when you make the bris. This is when he gets it. You know, so the Shavin Elov, Baal Otzer Yira, got the Aces of Mishulash, and he would not look at the children until they grew up. As the Rebbe said, the Sichas, that the Segula, you know, to read the children is not to look at them at all. Just until they grow up. I was not looking. So he would not look at them, but there was only after the bris, he would look at the baby because it's tell him while we're at it, we'll just finish up with a story that about a very El Chayid. His name is he's buried in Monsey. What's his name?
Oh, right.
Ribnitzer. So the Medal Putafas is a very famous Chabad shaliach. He was in the Soviet Union, and he was spreading Yiddishkeit. He was holding brisim. He was amazing sos nefesh. People don't understand how precious the Chassidei Chabad are. I'm not talking about Breslau. That's a whole different passion. But Chassidei Chabad is amazing stuff. Actually, I'm speaking about it because these are things that people speak about, they hear about it. It's not a bad idea to talk about it once in a while. So I have a chavrusa. The chavrusa is a Litvak. But they say the Rebbe is Mashiach. So,
No.
But it says, okay. Let's say it's not true. We know it's not true because he didn't say it.
Possibly.
No, it's not possible because if he was Mashiach, he would say that he was Mashiach. And he didn't. Okay. Very simple. What?
Actually, it's brought down. If anyone remains there silent, they just the opposite. They're Russia.
Listen, it's not necessarily so. If he's not, he's not. But somebody like him, the Rebbe was a very great Yid. If he would have been Mashiach, he would have said that he's Mashiach. He never said it. Okay, so what?
He said he was a good person. He would greet Mashiach.
No, but the thing is, but by them, you know how great my Rabbi is. He's Mashiach. Okay. Yeah, but the Olam, it seems like, if you're saying this, you're mean, you're precarious, blah, blah. Same thing as when people say, the petek of Sol Odessa.
Bala Petek.
Is a Piska min Shmaya, that it's a note from Shammai. But they asked me, do I believe that it's a note from the Shammai? I said, look what happened with it, How many people Hashem Shabbos because of it? How people are eating kosher because of it? They printed more Sifra Abedin than anyone.
Wow.
Okay? So of course it's Piska min Shmaya. Do I believe that it's like it fell from the Shammai, like a leaf falling from a tree? Not necessarily. I don't have a problem with Piska min Shmaya.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
So, of course it doesn't matter. Even if somebody, a joker, wrote it, whatever it is, and faked it, it's still Piska min Shmaya. You see what it did. No, but people are like, no, if it's not, miraculously, the whole nature, the whole teva is miraculous.
But they say that's the song of the team.
I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with the virus. Every problem is a virus. I don't have a problem with someone says this is a derech and avodas Hashem. This is a way to do it. Say the b'kasha. They say that he's Mashiach, is a Rebbe Shlita. Fine.
If you're
So my chavrusa said, well, what do you mean to say Shlita? Whatever is the person who's dead, whatever it is, it's forbidden. So where is it forbidden? Does it say Shulchan you're not supposed to say about a person who passed away Shlita? Where does it say? Show me Shulchan Aruch. No, it's a shkafa. It's a shkafa. Show me Shulchan Aruch. You say it's Venus. You say it's a Picard. Show me where it says Shulchan Aruch on the Furish. You're not supposed to do that. It doesn't say anywhere. I think they are wrong. You think they're wrong. No, maybe you're wrong. Since when you become such a maven, how do you besides that? Believe me, I have much greater problems than that. You see, they're going through amazing mysterious nefesh. See the Chabad all over the world with the Chabad and everything else. If they wouldn't have this kind of emunah, they'd never be able to withstand all difficulties that's standing in their way. So it's beseder. All these people that with the petek, whatever it is, if they didn't believe in such, they would never be able to be. They're the ones actually that carried the message. The entire Am Yisrael found out of Rabbeinu because they sprayed it on all the mountains and all the bridges and all that.
No.
That's the first time that people have heard is of Nachman in the world. What do you need Piska Shmaya to be? Western Union, some kind of. Anyhow, Bezrat Hashem, Kodesh Baruch should help us. We should all be Piska min Shmaya. Should all be Bezrat Hashem, a beacon of light to everybody in the world. And we would leave behind us with Hashem. Young Kedoshim. And people and children and expressed like this. You know, we have, you know that we have these shiurim online. There are people, you know, YouTubers have millions of followers. We have maybe 70 followers. And every video that we put up, what we learned, of anywhere between 3 and 70 people watching it. And I don't even know how long they watch it. But imagine Chas v'Chalila, that the videos of what we were talking about, Chas v'Chalila, something bad. And Olam Haba would be in a pickle, wouldn't we? So we have, Baruch Hashem, over 1,000 of them. They're saying good things. Baruch Hashem, it's good enough for us. Shem Yazor, Kol Tuv, Good Shabbos. Let's go ahead and stop the recording. Oh.